everybody. Pastor Terry Harris from Tacoma Christian Center. I'm so glad that you're joining me today. And we will continue in our series entitled The Conquest of COVID-19. And we are dealing in the book of Joshua. And we want to continue where we left off. This is a reminder that this is part 4 today, the fourth message in our series. And we're at the place in Joshua 6, verses 1 and 2, where the Lord tells Joshua, I've already given you Jericho, and you are going to be victorious. And so I want everybody to know that in the midst of COVID-19, God is saying to you today, I've given you the victory, and it's going to be okay. And then it's up to us to do what the prophet Amos states in the 3rd chapter in verse 3 of Amos. He said, how can two walk together unless they agree? And so I'm encouraging you today to agree with God that, as we say here at Tacoma Christian Center, everything's going to be okay. And that God has already spoken the victory. He's already spoken the success. And you are going to get through this. Okay, so let's pick it up back here in the book of Joshua. And we're going to take a look now at verse 3. And it says, and ye shall come past the city, all ye men of war, and go round about the city once. Thus thou shalt do 6 days. Okay, so during COVID-19, it's important that you hear from God and that we submit to the plans. And there's plans from governors and the stay home plan. There's the 6 feet, the social distancing and all that. It is important that you do your part. You notice here in this military situation with Joshua that the orders that God gave did not make any sense. He says, ye shall compass the city, all ye men of war, and go round about the city once, and you're going to do that for 6 days. So, brothers and sisters in Christ, Jesus told them to march around the city one time and do it for 6 straight days. Now, as a person of military war history, I want you to know that this plan doesn't make any sense. How are you going to take Jericho by just marching around it one time a day and then you go back to your camp? It doesn't make any sense. But yet, these were the instructions. And all of us, as we deal with COVID-19, we have instructions. And it's up to us then to follow the instructions even if they don't make sense to us. And as hard as they might be, staying inside the house, not running around the social gathering, not going to parties, not hanging out with a bunch of friends, washing our hands, 20 seconds, and just everything that we are being told to do. It's up to us now to do them. Okay? We've got to do our part. I want to continue now with verse 4. It says, and 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 trumps of ram horns, and the 7th day you shall compass the city 7 times, and the priests shall blow with their trumpets. Once again, more instructions on what to do during their conquest of Canaan land, taking out Jericho. And so as we go through this week by week by week, it is important that you do what you are told. When I was working my internship with the Treasury Department, I quickly recognized that the things that I have learned at the UPS School of Business and specifically in accounting, when I got with the Treasury Department, they had their own way of doing things. And even though the foundation of accounting was still there, the specifics, I had to do things the treasury way, okay? And it didn't make any sense for me to come in, well, hey, I learned it like this in school, and now you guys are telling me to do it this way. I'm not going to do it the way you're telling me. I'm going to do it the way I learned in college. Time out. Wrong answer. I'm being paid by the Treasury Department. They are now in charge, and I am going to do the bookkeeping, the checking things out, the auditing techniques the way they tell me versus what I've learned. And so we got to do the same thing with COVID-19. Do the things that we are told by our government and follow the instructions. We work submitted to God. We're submitted to those that are in authority. And there's no doubt in my mind that you and your household is going to be okay and you're going to get through this. Have a great Thursday. Remember to follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube, TacomaChristianCenter.org. And if you feel led in your heart, hit that donate button. God bless you. Have a great day.